Hello, everybody. Dr. Rick here, dropping in on you. Hope everybody is having a great week to this point. I hope that you've gotten your day out to a great start. As for me, this is a big day. This is the 31st, is the end of the month. We've been talking about this for a while. We're transitioning and scaling the company. A lot of things are going to change starting tomorrow. It's going to be a process over the course of the month, but they're going to start to change tomorrow as far as pricing, as far as the way we deliver a lot of our products, all of our courses, and uh, what have been digital products that we emailed out or we let you download will now have to be taken online, and there's reasons for that. I'm not going to get into today. I've explained it in the past, and I'll be explaining it many times in the future so people understand what we're doing. But I'm excited about that. But as you can imagine, it's a strain, it's a push. There's a lot going on. But again, this is what you fight for. This is what you push to. This is where you try to gain and get to. Here is what I want to talk to you about today. There's so much going on. I'm almost certain that I'm going to be back before you before the day is up. But end of the month, prices are changing. Next month, everything is going to increase to present the what I'm doing, my passion, in the way that I want to do it, and to facilitate some things I want to do in the future. There are going to be a lot more live events coming in the not so distant future. And so there are a lot of things that we have to be prepared to do. With that being said, I have been offering crazy, crazy prices for programs, for courses, and everything. And one thing that I haven't given a lot of attention to is what I'm actually most passionate about, and that's working one on one with people to help them achieve what it is they're trying to do in their life, whether it's healing, whether it's starting a business and getting that business to profit, whether it's just simply excelling in life in whatever area they're passionate in, if it's pursuing something that they've dreamed about, but they're sitting still on. All of those things are what I love doing one on one. And I do that normally through packages that range anywhere from 12 sessions over 12 weeks to 52 sessions over a year, 52 weeks. And what I'm doing right now today, a couple of things I'm doing. Number one is I'm offering my bronze package. That's 12 sessions over 12 weeks, which is normally $2,540. I'm offering it for $1,500. That's the first offer. Here's the second offer. The second offer is buy the bronze package at full price and get a free upgrade to the platinum package. We're going straight over silver and gold to the platinum. Now, the platinum package is the $10,500 package, and it includes 52 sessions over 52 weeks and the entire scale of services that we currently offer. It is currently the flagship program, but won't be after tomorrow. After tomorrow, we will be offering on the full scale the mentoring program, which I'm going to talk to you guys about a little bit later. But that's even more intensively accessible program. You're going to have a lot more access to me than just 52 sessions over the course of the same year. And so we're going to talk about how that's going to look and what that's going to, and we're doing the beta. So the beta is the first year we're going to do this. I'm taking 10 people and I'm allowing them into this process. We're going to do that. But right now, the flagship program is still the platinum, and the platinum will still exist, but it will exist at a higher price. But what I'm saying right now, if you play the 2540, which is normally the price for the bronze, I am going to personally upgrade that to the platinum, give you a year with me, and that is for the first 5 people now that want to take advantage of it. Now, here's the beauty. I'm looking for one person that will show me that they're ready to really change their lives by taking action. And how they're going to do that is they're going to be the first person to take advantage of this particular offer. The first person that takes advantage of this offer, I'm going to double it. Now, you can take the double and use it all yourself because there's always growth, there's always a need, or you can share it with a friend and you guys can get in it together and be accountability partners and moving this together. But the first person who responds to this, now this offer ends today, 11 p.m. But the first person to respond is not just going to get an unbelievable deal because the platinum package at that price is ridiculous. And even getting the bronze package at 60% off is again a great value. But the first person to respond is going to get whatever they decide to do doubled. And that's great, especially for people who may be couples that you want to come in and you want to grow together, you want to build together, you want to do some things, or maybe y'all need to work some things out together. This is a great way for couples to act and move on it. But whatever it is, it's only going to be out there for the remainder of the day. And I'm doubling the first person. And I'll come back and put a notation when that happens, so everybody will know that the first person has shown up. And trust me, I'm not going to cheat you on it because I love working with people. So I want people to come and I want to double it. I love blessing people because that's how I do. But now let me talk to you. As I offer that, let me explain something to you. There are people who will ask, well, why do you charge X amount of dollars and why are you going up on your prices? And what about the people who aren't able to afford it? And trust me, you have to be in business aware of all that. Depending on where you're going to be in any particular market, you have to be aware of your target audience. You have to be aware of where your price points are going to be based off of what type of service and the level of service and quality and a bunch of other things. What I'm offering as one of the best at what I do. I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm telling you what the best tell me. I have been told by a number of people. Matter of fact, people I have paid in the past to work with them have then come back and told me that I am as good or better, but I just don't have the following. Well, this is me putting things together so that I can reach more people, so that I can increase exposure, so that people are aware of who I am and what I do. And I'm going to do the best I can to consider everybody and everything. But let me tell you something. At a time when I was beat up, I had a lot of success, but I was flat on my back. I was looking up. My ego was hurt. My pockets were definitely hurt. My confidence was shook because I hadn't had anything happen to me that catastrophic in business. But here I was, a person who in many instances people start calling the golden child in my 20s because if I touched it, it turned to gold. I just had an idea and I would go out and do it. And it just happened. And all of a sudden here I was flat on my back. And I was looking and there was a program by probably one of the most popular people in my field, if not the most popular, Tony Robbins. And it was a few thousand. I sold the last thing I had of value to get that. And it changed my life. I got it back, probably a couple of months. And then after that, I made it over and over and over and over again. It's still at the seat of my soul. I'm not telling anybody to sell anything to work with me. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is nobody's going to invest in your dreams. Nobody's going to invest in your healing more than you do. I do probably as good a job as you're going to find at this level of doing that. I give a lot of stuff away. And one of the things that my team is doing is reeling me back in as we move into this transition. I'm going to be asked to remain within the confines of certain things that we have discussed and I have agreed to in order to get us to the next level so that we can touch more lives. Some people I may have to double back a year or two from now to help at a way that they can see it and understand it and value it. But right now it's about taking my vision and my dream and pushing it forward and taking as many people as I can with me. And so that's what it's about. It's not everything that I offer. You get more value than what I charge. I've never had a situation where I charge more than what I was worth. My grandfather taught me that when I started my first business cutting lawns. If they pay you to cut the lawn, trim the hedges, trim the edges, give them the full package for the basic price. They're going to tell their friends. Next thing you know, you're going to pick up more yards. You're going to be doing it different. And it just stuck with me. He told me, always fill your space, son. I'm like, what does that mean? When you walk into a room, never leave it the way you found it when you walk in. Leave people blessed. Whenever you leave the room, don't take more than you left. Whenever you give somebody something or you charge somebody something, give them more than what they paid for. And I do. And I'm confident that I do. Because you know what I do? I watch my platinum clients pay me what they pay me, then come back and re-up at the end of the year to do it again. So I know what I'm doing is good. And I know what I'm doing produces results. I get results. That's what I do. And so I'm just sitting up trying to get you to understand that if you want to move, you're going to have to find a way. And again, here's something I'm going to tell you. It may come off a little arrogant to some people, and it may come off a little dismissive, but it's actually going to be some of the best advice you get. If you're sitting here and the only reason that you're checking me out is because the videos are free, you're not watching the right person. You should be watching somebody that when you see what they're talking about, even if you're not yet prepared, you're thinking, I would pay that dude or I would pay her to sit down for just this amount of time. Because that's what I did. I looked and I saw around me and I looked at the results and I started researching. I started contacting people who, and a lot didn't respond back, but a couple did when it came to Tony Robbins. I'm like, is this guy just what the image he presents, or is he really that good? And he's that good, but I'm as good. He just has the platform. He's been doing it a lot longer. He has his way of doing it. He's the reason I got into neuro-linguistic programming. He's the reason I got into embodied cognition. But I do a lot more: psycho-cybernetics, neuro-associative conditioning, and much more. I'm not just some dude that says some motivational, inspirational stuff. I have a wealth of knowledge and skills that I use to help people. And I'm good at it. And I'm worth everything that I ask. And I give a lot. And so I don't feel bad when I'm asking people to pay because of how much I give and how much I offer. But here's the thing. If you're watching me and the only reason you're watching me is I'm free, you're not watching the right person. You need to be watching somebody that you're looking at and you believe in them enough to say, when I get my money, I'm going to pay this person to sit down and work with me. And here's the idea. All these people that'll tell you you shouldn't be paying somebody, look at where they're at. Look at where they're at. And there are only two types of people who are telling you that you shouldn't pay for help, for healing, for advancing your dreams and visions and everything. Two types of people: people who aren't going anywhere and ain't doing nothing, and people who are looking for a way to get you to give them their money, give them your money for it. So people who are literally advertising against the competition are people who aren't aspiring to do. People who are actually on their game are going to tell you somebody got me there. And more than the times than likely, at some point, I had to pay somebody or some institution to advance me in a way that got me where I needed to go. Again, you have to find that thing you're willing to invest in. That dream has to be big enough. That desire, that goal has to be big enough. There has to be a big enough why behind why you want to do it, to make you want to jump out there and go out there and get it done. But let me explain something to you. At some point, you got to see something worth putting some skin in the game. You can't free your way to exceptional. You can't free, F-R-E-E, your way to extraordinary. Now, you can do a bunch of things for free. You can go out there and take all the things that it's taken me decades to learn. It's out there. Matter of fact, if you are real diligent, it's out there for free. If you have 15 years to go out there and suck it up and learn it and master it and then know how to apply it. So when you find someone who's capable of doing that, tap into them. That's the thing that I'm trying to get people to understand. There are levels. I still have people I tap into. I have a therapist. I have a coach. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but I have somebody. Why? Because when you're inside the battlefield, there are things you don't see. When you're inside the war, there are things that you don't observe. That's why no matter how skilled the boxer, he's got somebody out there that he can sit up and can talk to him in between rounds. that can sit up and show him some things he's missing. It's the same thing in life. I don't care how good you get. There's somebody you need to have in your circle that you can tap into. That's somebody you need to have around you. And as you get stronger, your circle gets stronger, and the need to go out and then invest money decreases because you have those people in your circle. And so you're exchanging, but they're there. You're exchanging, but they're there. And that's the thing. I'm real big on circle. You're going to basically be the you're going to be the average of the 5 people you spend the most time around. In income, in social status, in what you aspire to do and be and dream of. Look at the 5 people you text the most, outside of your kids, if you got kids and grandkids and all that. But the 5 people you text the most, you call them friends or family, cuz or whatever. Look where they're at. Look where you're at. Take the average of those 5 and see if you're not somewhere in there. There are some exceptions, but normally there is some kind of ego trip going on when that happens. Normally you find every now and then you find a narcissist that surrounds themselves with people that they know they're doing better than to stroke their ego. But as a general rule, when you gravitate towards somebody, you're gravitating somebody because you relate to them. Now, if they're not headed in the same direction, they don't have the same vision, they don't have the same dream, they don't have the same aspirations, there's going to be a certain level of assimilation on both parts. They'll assimilate in some of the things you're doing, but they're going to also pull you in, and you're going to start to assimilate into some of their behaviors, and those behaviors probably won't serve where you're trying to go and what you're trying to do and how you're trying to get there. So there is an important element and component in this that you need to be aware of. You need to be building a circle of winners, a circle that's going to challenge you to set your life on fire and then fan your flames, but also hold you accountable to what you say you're going to do. I wish I could tell you that this was easy. It's not easy. I'm telling you from Jump Street. No, it's not easy, but it's doable. It's realistic, no matter what anybody tells you. It's not instantaneous. There's no magic spell for it. There's no magic potion. There's no magic word. What it is a real opportunity to change your life one day at a time. There are going to be some ups, there are going to be some downs, there are going to be some difficult moments, there's going to be some challenges. But at the end of the day, what are you willing to do is the thing. So again, this is the end of the month. We are moving into an entire new transition starting tomorrow. This is my offer to you today. Look in that description box. Take advantage of that offer. The first person who takes advantage of it is going to get double. And that's just simply rewarding someone for seeing an opportunity and taking it. It tells me that you're ready than most. And that's how I'm going to reward it. So on that note, I'm out of here. You guys have an unbelievable day. And I'll probably be back because there's a lot I got to talk to you about. And like I said, it's the close of the month. So I'm trying to get everything I can covered and get people prepared and set up for what's going on. And I don't know if Callie Nelms is still on here. Hey, Callie, I know we need to connect and finish up what we need to do. Definitely, we're going to get back on track with that. This scaling out thing has really taken a life of its own in a good way, but it is definitely demanding. And it's edgy because it's a lot of risk that goes into it. But hey, that's what life is about. It's about putting yourself into a space to win. And in order to do that, you got to be willing to lose. That's what most people aren't willing to do. On that note, look, I'm getting ready to get out of here. As I always say, I live my life on full so that when I get ready to leave this place, or when I'm leaving this place, or when I pass away, I die on E. All that means is I'm not going to die with potential still in me. I'm not going to die with work undone. I'm going to get up every day and I'm going to maximize my 86,400 seconds. What's not done sleeping and with family will be putting in work and serving and helping, living and loving and becoming. And that's the challenge I'm putting out to all of you. Live your life on full. On that note, I'm out of here. You guys have an unbelievable day.